Good afternoon folks, and welcome. I'm going to do something that I don't usually do. And before you're all wondering, no, I'm not going to drop my trousers. Right. I'm going to do an unboxing. Don't usually do unboxing, but I think it's worth doing this unboxing. Because if what's in here is right, I'm going to tell you what's in it. You have to wait and see till I cut it open. It's actually two boxes. So we'll start with one of the boxes first. Yeah, you're all wondering at the moment, what has he got this time? Yeah, what's he got? There we go. Let's move that one for a minute. We'll do that one in a minute. Now in here, I purchased these, which is obvious. So I need to work out how to get the damn things open. These I can barely contain my excitement, folks. I can barely contain my excitement. Just cut it open here. These right, and it's nice to see that the guy double boxed them. It's always nice to see that they're well packaged. Now that'll give you a clue there, won't it? BSR Limited. Right, so what I need to do next, so we packed them nice, so if I can lift this one, at least lift it up. Right, these have been sat there. You still don't know what they are, do you? But the fact the BSR gives it away, doesn't it, a little bit? I mean, right, are you ready for this? Look at this. These are, don't know whether they've got centre spindles with them. I would imagine they would be somewhere. But these are brand new auto changers. I bet they're seized up. Yeah, they are. They're all seized. They'll all be seized solid. I know that, but I expected that. So we'll get them out and see what actually is in here. I hope there's some centre spindles with them. Oh, that one's not seized. Yeah, these are all brand new. That one's, yeah, they're all brand new. Some of the tape and stuff's come off some of them, and the centre rings come off that one. I mean, you can't have everything, can you? You know, as I always say. But look at that. Brand new BSR changers. There's a bit of rust on them in here and there. But there again, they've been stored for God knows how many years. But saying that, alright, let's put this one down here. Right, so that's two. The centre rings come off this one, but we can soon stick that back. Yeah, we'll sort that out. But look at that. These are all brand new. They must, I don't know where they were found. but they're all brand new. Don't know whether they've got centre spindles with them. I would imagine they should be somewhere. But even so, it's not a great problem that, because they're easy enough to come by. The spindles are, the rest of the stuff ain't. I mean, we've got something here, a PL plug. That don't belong with it, must have fell in there. And he did say that there was no cartridges in them, but that one's got a cartridge, a brand new cartridge, still got the guard on it as well. That's got a cartridge in it, so that's a plus, because he said there was no cartridges in them, the fella. So as they were sold as, and there's a load of crap in the bottom, all sorts of stuff in the bottom of here. Let's hope there's some centre spindles. Well, there's some short ones. There's your black plastic things for your, what do you call it? They're your black plastic things for your bases. Well, there's one centre spindle. So hope we can find another 1, 2, 3, 4. So hope we can find another 4 of them. No. No, that's all that's in there. There's these little plastic things. So we've got the short spindles, but haven't got the long ones unless they're in the packing, unless they're actually packed in there, and I haven't seen them. But they're your short spindles. They're all. That bag's been opened, but that's no problem. I'm not bothered about that. I just wanted the changes. I'm not bothered. I wanted the changes. So that's one box empty. What's that black thing there? Oh, it's another one of them. Because there's a load of packing stuff in there, white bits. What's that? There's another one. You have to check thoroughly. So that's. There will be some spindles somewhere. I can't help but think that there will be. But saying that, I'm not bothered if there ain't, because I'll find them. Right. What we'll do, we'll get the other box undone, and then we'll take them out the packaging. They'll clean up lovely then. Been stored for all them years. Look at that, there's 4 in there, so I'm expecting to find 3 in this one. Because I bought 5. It's a shame that's a bit rough, but it'll clean up. I bought 5, and he said he found an extra 2, and he included them for free, so hence the reason why I'm not whinging about centre spindles. So what we got in this box? Yep. The box open. There's a lot of stuff in here. Right. Just bend that out of the way. Right, what we got here? I mean, they are going to need work on them, obviously. Been stored for years. Get all this crap out of the box. All this packing shit can be thrown in here. Thrown in that box there. Because right, let's pull the first one out. Yep, look at that. I mean, yeah, that'll clean up lovely. That, look at that. I mean, there's a bit pitted here and there, and there's, you know, but look at that. See, solid. But you know, that one might have been used actually. But even so, either that or it left the manufacturers in the on position. I mean, whatever are a bit scabby I'll use for bits. but most of them look decent, certainly worth the money I think. And we've got another I mean, he packed them well, I'll say that. There's another one. Look at that. There's another one. That's nice. See what I'll do, the ones that I've got bits of rust and stuff on, the ones that are a bit, that's nice and clean, that one. I'll have a look in a bit and see if I can find centre spindles and stuff. I thought it would have been, I think they would have been in there, but they don't appear to be. So someone might have had them over the years, you never know, do you? So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another one of them short spindles. Right, and there's the last one. Yeah. So one of them at least had a cartridge in it. Yeah, the centre spindles would have been in there and they've been nabbed over, someone's nabbed them, so I'm not too concerned about that because centre spindles are easy enough to find. But look at that, still got the cardboard on it, still got the tape on it here, look. I mean, some of these wouldn't have even had cartridges in them from new because they would have, you know, they would have been thingied, you know, because sometimes, yeah. And that's all the packing. Let's put all that back in here, and what we'll do, we'll have a look at a couple of them and see if there are any spindles. I mean, I'm not too bothered about that, but it would have been nice to get the centre spindles, but I can get them, I can buy them. Centre spindles are not a problem. I think I've got a few knocking about anyway, so you know, I'm not really mithered about that. That's the last of their worries. So what we'll do, we'll I mean, what I need to do is go through them and the ones that are a bit, because a couple of them, although they're new, they're a bit tatty. You know, you can't, you know, they've been sat somewhere for years, so they're a bit tatty, like this one. I think this is the tattiest out of a lot of them, but you know, the motors are not seized, they never are. I don't understand that, but what we'll do, we'll bring a couple up. Where's that one with the cartridge in it? And they're all basically lock solid. I mean, really. I'm going to check all these and see if there's any centre spindles in them. I mean, well, that one, yes, there is. Yes. That one's got the centre spindle and the little plastic spindle in there. So that one's complete, folks. That's got the that one has got the spindle with it. Them two haven't. Let's have a look at this one. And that one hasn't got the spindle with it. Let's have a look at the next one. So some of them have and some of them haven't. I mean, the certain bits could have been nabbed over the years. That's got the spindle with it as well. And that's the one with the cartridge in it. I'll be testing that cartridge. I'll show you all how I test the cartridge. I think you all know, but I'll do it again anyway with that one. And I mean, I can't believe I got these. I mean, some people might say, well, why? Well, the reason why is I might get one with a broken arm, or you don't know. I mean, you don't know, do you? I mean, you never know what's round the corner. I mean, the motors won't be seized on them, and technically they are new old stock. I mean, they all need a bloody good clean and a service, and that needs the centre rim sticking back in. It'll clean up lovely. There's only really one amongst them that's really rough. I mean, there's only really one that's really rough. I mean, to be honest with you, there's only one that's really rough. I mean, the guy's probably had the cartridges himself, and like I said, I don't blame him for that. I mean, who wouldn't? You know, at the end of the day, you know, he threw 2 extra decks in for me, so I'm not going. There's no way I'm bleating about it. You know, at the end of the day, what we'll do. I mean, that's never had a cartridge in it, that bastard. Everything's all nicely taped up. It's never had a cartridge in, that fucker. It's all nicely taped up and ready for the off, really. You know, ready. It was made ready to go and put into somebody's BSR. Somebody made ready to go and be put into somebody's radiogram or record player. Never got there. I mean, they're a bit fucking. I've not pulled off here yet and had a look, but I presume, yeah, they're nice under there. Underneath the foam, they're nice. So, you know, I'll good polish up and bring them back. So let's have a look at the one with the cartridge in it. It was what I wanted to do, wasn't it? Which was, weren't that one? But that one had a centre spindle with it. Yeah, so a couple of them have got spindles with them, and most of them haven't. But I'm not worried about it. I mean, I'm not going to bleat about that. You know, I mean, where's the one with the cartridge in it? It's got to be one of these two. Well, it ain't that. Oh, it must be the bottom one. Yeah, it's that one. No, it ain't that one either. One of them had a photo. Oh, it's that one there. Right, but most of them are in good condition. I mean, you know, the one that would have been in the top of the box is probably the worst out of a lot of them. You know, the one that was in the box, in the bottom of the box, would have been the worst out of a lot of them, I would have thought. But I've got plenty of them plastic spindles. It's nice to have those and stuff like that. I mean, this is a nice nick, this. But none of the mechanism works. I mean, it won't do, will it? But that's the state of affairs I'll do something about. And this one here is really rough. But saying that, you know, once they're cleaned up, you know, it'll be a different situation. I mean, like this one, there's a bit of pit in there, but you know, once I've given it a cleaning, you know, it'll hardly be noticeably all right. You know, but these would have been sent out in bulk to somebody that was. The grease is still moist on that one, but speed mechanism will be seized. No, it ain't. The speed mechanism ain't seized because I just moved it and that ain't seized. You know, so anyway, what we'll do, we'll concentrate on the one that's got the cartridge in it. I've got to find somewhere to store these. Yeah, 7 of the fuckers. Lovely. That's what I like to see. This one's had the piece of card taken out of it. Well, we'll start with this one because it's got a cartridge and a stylus. And that'll be a brand new stylus as well. Andy? Yeah. I've just done the unboxing. Just doing the video now. Yeah, I'm happy with them. Yeah, well, I told you to leave feedback regardless. One of them's got a cartridge in it. Yeah, he must have missed it, either that or it came with a cartridge. Yeah. Well, none of them will work. I mean, there's one of them that's really scabby, but that's probably one that was in the top of the box. But you know, when all said and done, they were worth the money. I mean, they're all seized up pretty much. Well, that's it, you see, and I took care to unbox them without exposing your address. No, I unboxed them with the label facing the other way. So you know, yeah, you know, but if anybody in the homosexual community wants your address, I'll give it to them. Yeah, I'm joking. But yeah, we're a bit short on long centre spindles. But that's not an issue. They could have got lost over time. No, they weren't on the photographs. There's plenty. What there actually is, there's plenty of spring mounts for mounting your springs to sit in, which is always good to have. There's a full bag of short spindles. Well, actually, there's a bag and a half of short. I think there's a bag. Yeah, there's a bag of short spindles. And you can see where the original spindles would have been, but somebody's probably nabbed them over the years, or they've got lost. But I've got some knocking about, because I save them sort of things. I never throw that sort of stuff away, you see. So I'll be able to find one. I'll be able to find one for each of them anyway. No. I'm gonna keep them in stock for you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through them all, service them, get them all ship shape up and running, polish them all up and everything, lubricate them and all that lot. I'm starting on them now. We're starting on this one with the cartridge in it, and I'm going to test the cartridge on my signal tracer and see if the cartridge is alive. Yeah, I'll let you know, but I'll tell you another thing as well. This one with the cartridge in it, it's got a brand new stylus in. Yeah. Well, I need a brand new stylus for one of those cartridges. So you know that's so you know yeah, I'm really it's still got the stylus guard on. That's never played a record, that fucking thing. Mind you, what I've done, it's fucking brand new, innit? You know, these have probably been sat around waiting to be put in record players and, you know, ready to be used and never got there. You know, but oh, very, yeah. Leave the guy positive feedback. Yeah, very pleased. Very pleased, Andy. Absolutely. No, not at the moment. Thanks for sorting that for me. I will do. Right. Right, yeah, that's 78 on one side and LP on the other. Because the 3-speed decks, you see, that's how they originally came. 1970s. mid to late 70s, these decks. And they're still in good nick, yeah. Absolutely, Andy. Absolutely, mate. Yeah. No, I don't think he has. I had a look the other day. I couldn't see anything. Because I had a look to see what else he had, because I thought if he's found a job lot of these, You know, what else has he found? I mean, yeah. Right, he's got a fair amount of stuff if he's saying rooms, hasn't he? Yeah, he could be. I mean, he probably bought these as a job lot. Okay. I'll catch you later, Andy. Cheers, mate. See you later, buddy. Bye, mate. Right, that was my mate Andy from round the corner. The lad who ordered these for me. Anyway, let's get back to it. A fair amount of shite coming off here, haven't I? Have to get the Jaeger out in a bit. Hoover all this crap up. Right, so what we'll do, we'll start with this one. This one's got a cartridge in it. And the centre hole's blocked. I have to get the bits out of that. It's already blocked. I'll suck that with the Hoover. Right, the turntable won't turn. It's completely solid. Oh, let me bring you down a bit because I'm at the bench now, aren't I? Let me bring you down a bit. That's if the battery in this thing hasn't gone flat. Right, so let's bring you down a bit. There we are. That's what a brand new old stock BSR looks like. And look at that. I'll tell you what, that's a nice one. It'll polish up lovely, that. I mean, and the nice thing about these, when I supply them, when I put them into something, well, the tone arm wires are damaged on that one. Look at that. Must have got damaged somehow, but that's no problem. We've got another fucking load. I've got another. I've got more of it. I'll replace them. That's not an issue. I mean, you can't have everything, can you? I mean, that's no problem. But you know, that's probably happened at some point. But that's no problem. That we'll sort that out. Because there's one down there that's really, really not thingy. So look at this here. Look, you know, all this crap. The grease on them is still. Some of the grease on them is still not bad. I mean, but you know, they're never gonna work. But at least they're all complete. And well, I'll say they're never gonna work. Not in this state, they're not. But I'm not bothered about the. I'm not bothered about having to, what do you call it, rewire a tone arm. That doesn't bother me at all. What we'll do, we'll get the signal. We'll get the signal tracer on, and we'll test this cartridge, and then we also want the heat gun. So we'll get that ready. There we go. Right. So we'll start with testing this cartridge. I mean, the arm isn't damaged, it's just the wires that are damaged. I mean, it must have got damaged at some point, this one. Let's take that stylus out so it doesn't get damaged. That's a brand new ST. That's a brand new ST16, that, folks. Put that there for a minute out of the way. Where's that stylus guard? I just took a stylus guard off. There it is. So a brand new ST16, brand new. I mean, I'm going to have to replace the tone arm wires in this one, but I've got spares, it's no problem that. So we'll pull the cartridge out. Look at that, they're carbonised as usual. So what we'll do, we'll start with the cartridge, we'll start with testing that. Should have turned the signal tracer on, let it warm up. Right, and is this an SC12H or an M? It's an SC12H, which meant this would have gone into something that needed a high output cartridge. It's the only one that had a cartridge in it, but he said there was no cartridges in them, so I was quite pleased to get one with a cartridge in it. So we'll test that first. Now these SC12Hs, folks, let me tell you, I've never really come across a dead one. That's good. Brilliant. So the cartridge is alive. We'll clip that stylus back into that. There's a bit of oxidisation there, but it's not serious, it rubs off. Now, right, so technically that's a brand new cartridge, it's never been used. I'm the first person probably to hear sound out of that since it was probably tested back at BSR. So what we'll do, we'll clip that onto there and we'll put that up there. Because I'm after one of those cartridges. Well, I'm after a stylus. So that's saving me having to mess about buying one. Right. What we'll do next. Speed mechanism works on this one, the auto change doesn't. I'm not going to force anything. So what we'll do, we'll get our circlip off. I'm not going to service this now. And what we'll do, we get our heat gun. And these are plastic turntables, so what I'm going to do, I do the plastic ones from the bottom. So we'll turn the heat up and we'll leave the air where it is. I do these plastic ones from the bottom. That way you don't melt the fucking turntable. Right, we're already not seeing any movement yet, but we will in a minute. I wonder why the motors on these never seize. Right. So what we'll do, we'll put that there for a minute. See, it's turning now. Yeah. You know something, these have never been used. Look, all these bits has ended up inside here. Absolutely brand new, apart from the fact this one's got damaged tone arm wires. The idler moves. All this is nice and clean under here. That grease is, ow, hot. I managed to get the turntable off. Ow, without melting it. Right. Right, and there's a reason for me doing this, folks. There's a reason for me doing this unboxing one of these decks, because it's to dispel a myth and it's to prove a point. About what people say about BSRs. You see your actuator, Paul, here? Look at that one. It's still dead free. Look. Perfect. That has never been greased. Just take this off and show you. To get the clip off it. Just take this actuation pawl off and show you. Because I just wipe my hands so I don't contaminate it. Let's lift it off. Look at that. There's no grease on here. And there's no grease on this. And there's no grease on it, and there never has been, and there's not supposed to be. Look at that, it's still free. Unseized. No stiction and nothing. Look at that. Perfect. Now what we'll do, we'll take the centre gear out. Can I take that out? Is that all going to turn? Can I lift this centre gear out? Be a first if I can without eating it up. I mean, you got a bit of heat from there, but there we are, we got it. We're in. Now, this here, I'm expecting that to be seat solid. It is. Right. Now the other question, the other thing was, people said that BSR didn't grease the inside of this. Well, let me zoom in. There we are. I think you'll find it did. There's grease in there. Not a lot, but there's grease. It's definitely greasy in there. It's not dried up either. It's definitely greasy in there. There's not a lot of grease in it. I mean, they only grease the walls. They don't grease the bottom there, just grease the walls, and there's grease in there. And, you know, saying that, that's going to need a clean. That doesn't need a clean. Let's put the bits in the turntable like I normally do. So we don't lose anything. Let's get the ball race out. Wonder why that's seized up. They don't normally seize, but it is. But get all this out, and there's the rubber O-ring. And that's all nice clean grease, but it'll all be replaced. You know, that grease is all nice and still nice. And this idler, still perfectly rubbery. Let's put it on the lowest level, and you don't run the risk of damaging the speed mechanism. That in there. And that's a brand new idler. I mean, I could sell them, or I could break these up and sell them for parts on eBay for stupid prices, but I don't want them, but I didn't buy them for that. I bought them to have them in stock, which is the reason why I got them. Anyway, basically, you all know I'm going to service a BSR tonight, don't you? You know, what I'll do, I'll take one of the arms, I'll take an arm off that, there's one down here. There's one down here which is a bit ropey. I mean, I don't think that's going to come up, but it's got rust on the transit screws. That's probably in the top of the box. So what I'll do, I'll take the complete tone arm, because the tone arm's nice. I'll just take the tone arm off that one. It's the same fitting. I'll just take the tone arm off that one and put it into, because that one's okay. It's a bit rusty, this. So this one will go as a parts unit. Yeah, this one will be used as a parts unit, because if I show it you, look, you know, it's a bit scabby, so that'll be used as a parts unit, I think. But underneath that it'll be all nice and clean. It's a shame, really. It's a shame they didn't wrap them or something in it, you know, when they made them, but they didn't. Mind you, saying that, they didn't expect them to still be here, did they, 30 odd years on, 40 odd years on. I mean, these things are 40 odd years old. I mean, this is a nice one. And the nice thing about these, let's get rid of some of this crap. The nice thing about these, I can actually, when I supply them, there's another centre spindle. Look, I nearly missed that one. Didn't see that one. So that's it, you see, you have to check, because what I'll do, actually I'll keep the packaging. I'll keep the packaging, because as bad as it is, I'll leave that centre spindle in there for now. As bad as the packaging is, I'll keep it, and the reason why is I can put it back on after I've serviced them and put them back in the box. So I can do that, you see, and then I can store them. But, you know, right, I'm going to call this part 1, folks. I'm going to leave this video here, although I've started taking this one apart, because it was really only supposed to be an unboxing video. I'm going to leave this video here, and I'm going to service this one tonight. In fact, I'm going to service them all. Apart from that one down there, that's a bit of a shitter. You know, it's brand new, but it's probably the one, like I say, was on the top of the box. But I'm going to service them all up, get them all ship shape and Bristol fashion and ready to go, and then I'm going to put them all back in the packaging and put them back in the box, and it'll be easier to store the box, and then when I need them, I've got them, and they're all prepared and ready to go. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the quick look, and I hope you enjoyed the video and subsequent videos to come. Thank you very much once again, and if you haven't subscribed, then subscribe, and if you want warnings, if you want to be warned of my videos, then hit the bell, and it will let you know when there's a video, when I've uploaded anything. And yeah, thank you very much, folks, and more to come later. Bye for now.